It's your boy Obz here. Do it to life, for life. Do it to you. Do it to 2021. A whole year of breast cancer awareness and personal growth. It is day 82. This is January the 1st, 2021. It's time to do it to it. Do what we know to do to this year. Hope you already started last year with your New Year's resolution or your New Year's plan. But for the most of us, if we on track, right? If we on track, then we got our GPSs, we got our 411s already filled out. We got our 66-day challenge calendar already with an X on it. Because, like I say, the day is Friday. It's go for no day. I'm off today, so I gotta figure out a way to go for no. And guess what? Guess what I figured out? That going for no is not always necessarily asking somebody something and getting a no from that person. Going for no can also be what it has been for me. It's an attempt to do something that I haven't done before, even though I haven't done it, just to attempt to do it with the possibility of me getting a no from it or a rejection or an incomplete on it. It's some tasks that I've been wanting to do, and I haven't done those particular tasks, but I'm going to do them today. And I gotta figure out a way to really, because I really like, just asking people. I guess I can, ask my family, right? I always got them. I always can squeeze some no's out of them. Plus, I can always send some emails out, right? Even though it's January the 1st, the new year. Well, also, too, facing your fears on Friday, we dug up a lot of stuff throughout this whole week. I did. I dug up a lot of stuff throughout this whole week. Just thinking on this inside game, this mental game, as far as applying what we know, thus do it to life. It's applying what we already know to our lives and not being afraid of rejection. I was talking to one of my, I don't know what the year would be when you see this, but this is a classic example, right? He's a drummer. Another part of me is a drummer musician. Been trying to break into the industry for the last couple of years. 5 years. He went out to Greener Pageant, came back. Guess what? Still at the same point. I gave him the same suggestions that I gave him 5 years ago. It had to be 5 years ago. I'm just now putting mine into effect last year. He's gonna start putting his into effect this year. But the main reason he wasn't posting his name and his videos is because he had that level of fear that the people would reject him. And I was telling him, I say, what's your name? He said, Drummer Boy, Drummer Boy. So he threw his name out there. I said, just right here on the street, just holler your name out. I said, now who ran up to you and said something to you about it? I said, nobody. I said, it's just like that with the internet, right? I mean, even though it's vast and it's big, you can find all sorts of stuff, but for you just entering the market for somebody to pick your first video up and contact you about it with some negativity, guess what? Don't read it. I've been posting. I know a lot of you guys probably been sending me some messages and commenting and stuff like that, but at this point, I hadn't worked on that inside game strong enough. It's not to where I want to complete this 365-day challenge before looking at any kind of any type of negativity, because sometimes, or positivity, whatever it be, because sometimes that's the ego, right? That's the ego wants to look back and look at the progress that it's making so it can pat itself on the back. But I already know that I don't want to feed the ego. So if things are going good, right, you may let up off the gas, you may get the big head or whatever, my ego may be inflated. I just want to persist in knocking down the dominoes every single day, just going at it. Because I don't know where it's going to lead me, but it's got to lead me to a better place than where I am right now. Tomorrow will lead me to a better place. Like I say, this is day 82. Once day 83 hits, something else is going to be different. Something else is going to be shown to me through my efforts today. Like right now, I'm going inside, and I've done some stuff that I have been putting off for years and years and years. I've knocked a few things off the table today, and it's weird. It's just like it's not that it's hard. It's that it's work, kinda, and that my mind may be saying, hey, look, it's going to be too much work, not don't even attempt it. You know how making those assumptions. Now, making assumptions is the same thing as, of other people. You can make assumptions of yourself as well too. It's all the brain wants to do. All my brain wants to do is just think up stuff. That's all it wants to do. And it's up to me at this point to believe it or not or go against the grain, because hopefully we're shedding light on its activities. That's the first thing to do, is to monitor its activities. And since I was talking to another part of me the other day. I said, "Hey, so what's your New Year's resolution?" He hadn't written a plan out. Yeah, I'm gonna have this plan out. You know, one thing I'm gonna do is not listen to my brain in 2021, is what he said. I said, okay, go ahead, write that down. Oh yeah, okay, all right. So why don't you go ahead and write that down? Because you said you're not going to listen to your brain. Your brain is telling you that you don't have to write it down, that it's not important. So this is the best way to go ahead and not listen to it, is to go ahead and write it down. I don't know what it is. It's hard to write down certain things, right? I don't know. It's I guess because we, in the back of our mind, we know that once we write it down, now it's out of our heads and it's on paper, that I can't fool myself with it. I can't change it once it's in writing. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of legal documents and stuff like that, they want it in writing. Because everybody come back, well, I didn't mean it that way. That's not what I said. You interpreted that wrong. But when it's in writing, there's no interpretation. The words are the words. And if I wrote it with my own hand, I can't go back on it. It was a thing Tony Roberts was telling me about the Nazis and stuff, what they used in the past to get the Americans to defect. They would ask them questions, nice, soft questions about, what is true, what is not true, and then they would get them to write it down. Then they would get them to sign it. And then when they read it out to their friends, oh, it was about congruency. He was saying that people tend to, once they make a decision, justify the decision or stay congruent. Even though it may be wrong, they still feel the tendency to stay the same or stay what they call not wishy-washy. I know you shouldn't be wishy-washy, tossed around. Now, we've heard that out of the Bible, and people don't like wishy-washy people that are indecisive. But we've taken it to the extreme to where we can't change our mind, even if it's for the good. We can't change our mind because changing your mind is frowned upon. But it's only in the eyes of the other person, right? That means that I'm trying to please that person. Even though I know it's right in my mind, I won't change it because I'm trying to please that other person. It's something I gotta work on, right? It's something I gotta work on. Only way, guys, these four agreements yesterday. I hope you guys listened to the four agreements. I hope you got the audio book. Man, them leaves are off that tree right there. You see what I'm saying? I hope you got the audio book. But the four agreements, all of them kind of lined up. If I'm impeccable with my word, number one, and then if I'm ask good, clear, solid questions, number two, and not make assumptions. And then if I don't take things personally, which is the response to the questions that I'm asking, and then I always try to do my best in the other three, I should be free, right? I'm on the path to freedom. It's a small, narrow path, cliffhangers. Sometimes I can't take people with me. I'm out here by myself. It's a wilderness at times. That's why I like shooting this outside. It's a wilderness at times. My family's inside. They're doing what they do. The world's on the other side doing what they do. But me, I'm just out here. I'm drudging through because I know once I can walk the path and make the path, then it's easy for me to radio back, hey, look, boom, we here. This is it. This is how I did it. And I'm leaving in chronological order. This is how I did it. So, what do I got to do today? I got to find ways to go for no. I got to go ahead and complete my plan for 2021 in detail. I should go ahead and live this year twice. This year should be lived twice. I should go to the future. Ask myself, hey, look, Bob Z, the person that I want to be, how would he do the thing I'm about to do? That's why I got this widescreen on here, right? Because I did it up, right? So we got some. It's another area of my life, right? Started a project the other day. I wanted to help my son get his t-shirt business off the ground. My mind had grand plans, right? And those plans didn't come together like I thought they was gonna come together, right? So I got to go back and I poured a lot of energy into it. That was a lot of energy, and now I have to go back to it. And in my mind, I'm thinking in my head, right? It's been a hard time going back because it's almost like, hey, I'm admitting. See, here's what I found out. A lot of times people don't want to uncover stuff or correct stuff because the correction of the thing admits that they were wrong, and the ego don't like to be wrong, so that's why it fights us on correction. Man, that's the problem right there. I remember it came to me a while back, and so it's coming to me back again. That's why the ego fights us so hard on that correction, because for me to correct something, meaning inadvertently I had to admit, I'm really admitting that I was wrong. And nobody likes to be wrong, right? I wonder if I can come up with a challenge like going for no is just how many times can I admit that I was wrong out loud? I should start with something small, right? No, I should start with something small. Hey, I was wrong with that. Yeah, man, we should have never went to that restaurant. We should have never came here. I was wrong. We should have never took this turn. I was wrong. We should have never watched this show. I was wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm not gonna put no X's on that, but I already got like two calendars going, and it's a third trying to bust its way through. I don't want to put too many calendars in place, but I guess I could, right? That meaning that I guess I could. I guess I could. But I'll let you know how that come out. It's 2021. It's your boy Obz here. Do it to life before life do it to you. Do what you know to do to that part of your life. Peace out.